When we understood that the Abraham Accords were going to really transform the Middle East as we know it, and perhaps the world, by bringing down the sand curtain, we didn't want to just watch and applaud from the side. We wanted to be part of this whole historical process. And we were very fortunate to find Dr. Sabah Al-Banali. We've now built a whole operation in the Gulf called OurCrowd Arabia. We're helping our companies find partners who can develop markets for their products in the Arabian arena. There are a lot of investors, as you can imagine, both institutional and private and individuals, who want to join the OurCrowd platform.
So we're looking at Israeli companies that are ready to scale up and want to come to the UAE and use this as their base to commercialize their innovation and sell to the world. And within the UAE and in the region, the Middle East, we're looking for companies that have the potential to become really disruptive global players.
Israel and the UAE will lead together, not just in reconciliation, not just in normalization, but in technology, making lives better. And that is really the future of this technology collaboration.
In the Israeli innovation, they're very good at ideation and developing the product. Where we can add value is in commercializing that product, building the business. This is, where our value lies. This is what we're very good at.
We have helped Israeli companies set up in the UAE. We have helped them set up in Abu Dhabi. We are working at the technology that they have and how it is that we can deploy that across our ecosystems.
This is about relationship building. It's a long-term strategy. You don't think about quick wins. You don't think tactical.
Why aren't we building Israeli unicorns here together with our partners in the UAE? Why aren't we starting to do joint research and joint development and using the skills here at Scale Up to build companies together?
OurCrowd is an anchor of innovation and investment in Jerusalem and in the entire state of Israel. And in Jerusalem, as Deputy Mayor, it is my interest for John and OurCrowd to be as successful as possible because they bring that prosperity to my city and my country.
You can't appreciate how fundamental it is. It is as though the Iron Curtain came down, right? When Eastern Europe, that wall came down, everything changed. You can't go back.
There was the Berlin Wall, there was the Iron Curtain. He called this the Sand Curtain. It's an important business corridor because it's what attaches the Western Hemisphere to the Eastern Hemisphere. It's almost like resurrecting the centuries-old, original trade routes. He saw the UAE as a gateway to the Eastern Hemisphere. The UAE has deep business connections into Africa and Southeast Asia. It makes sense to be a base from which to then reach these regions.
I think what's unique about OurCrowd is that they not only give the money, they actually create with relationships, with business opportunities, business development, and local connections.
There are great startups being formed in the Gulf region. The UAE is a really entrepreneurial country. There's bilateral investment. We're investing in them, they're investing in us. And you're going to see this continue to grow as people realize that when Arabs and Jews get together in this region and are not just talking about making money, but about changing the world, about solving global challenges and problems, the sky is the limit.